missions, they're now on high alert. Alright, let's get straight to the news. So apparently there's a Russian plane on its way to Washington, D.C. It's a presidential plane that's used to pick up diplomats. So it's already being assumed that Russia's coming to pick up their diplomats from this country. An aircraft from the Russian presidential fleet is presently on its way from Moscow to Washington, D.C. It is now feared that the plane is coming to evacuate the diplomats, well, what could be the start of war. Hey, to tell people, but that war is starting to spice up real fast. We have NATO that just changed their position from policing to now combat duty, meaning they're no longer on policing missions, they're now on high alert. We have the United States that warned Russia that any radioactive cloud that goes over Europe would be Article 5, an attack on one country is an attack on the whole alliance. And they told Russia straight up it'll be a full-blown war with NATO. If you guys are wondering why they even brought that out, it's because Russia approved the terrorist attack plan on the Zaporizhzhia nuclear power plant, which now has explosives near 4 of the power units out of the 6. So if this does end up blowing up, this would cause a massive catastrophe, a nuclear meltdown, and radiation would flow over Europe. Therefore, NATO will be able to step into this war just like that. We now have news that there's been spy balloons over Japan and Taiwan. Japan also said that it is prepared to shoot down these spy balloons that is sent by, well, the Chinese. So we have a situation where all sides are provocative. We have the West doing their own provocative moves, and we have the East doing their provocative moves. We have a war in Kosovo and Serbia that's brewing up pretty fast, to the point that the EU was threatening to punish them both. Yes, the EU ministers warned Kosovo and Serbia with political, financial, and punitive measures if there's no de-escalation, which could get them to back down, but I'm thinking this is probably going to escalate the war. We have the Wagner Group, which Prigozhin has now just hit Belarus. There's a lot going around this Wagner Group. So far, there's so many rumors that's not even funny. Some are saying that they're going to be going after the nuclear weapons in Belarus. Others are saying they're going after Kyiv. Others are saying that they might just go right back at Russia, Moscow, because Putin took back his deal and said that he wasn't going to arrest Prigozhin. And now he's saying that the person that orchestrated is going to be arrested. So, where I decide to look at is the West reaction, and Poland seems very worried about the Wagner Group being in Belarus, as even the Polish president is suggesting that this is bad for Poland. Lukashenko also wants the Wagner Group to share their combat experience with the Belarusian army, which will most likely help them prepare for the war with Ukraine. The United States is also going to announce a $500 million package for Ukraine today, which will include armored vehicles and ammunition. Oh yeah, and Belarus put their military in full combat readiness, thinking that Russia's about to collapse.